Hallöchen, Freunde. Servus. Schön, dass ihr eingeschaltet habt. Sorry, ich muss mich einmal kurz umsetzen. So, jetzt bin ich da. So, nochmal. Schön, dass ihr eingeschaltet habt. Freut mich, dass ihr wieder da seid. War ein geiler Fight in der letzten Folge. Was haben wir hier? Der große Plan. Invasionspläne, Silberngras, der große Plan. Bla bla bla. Amulett der Absoluten. Ich glaube, davon brauchen wir nichts, oder? Wir checken mal hier direkt wieder raus. Ich hoffe, wir können da noch irgendwo pennen. Wir sind nämlich sowas von am Arsch. Ich war erst einmal überlegen, ob ich nochmal zurückgehe zu diesem Genesungsding. Okay, Grafik lädt mal wieder nach.
Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How?
Wie? Ich weiß nicht, wie das alles zusammenpasst. Doch, wir werden ihn aufhalten. Offenbar dient Bane, wie Merkel diente. Wer weiß, welche Kräfte er gewonnen hat, seit ihr ihn kanntet.
I was his bodyguard. I looked after him with my life. I trusted him more than anything. He gave me away to Zariel just for kicks. He ruined my life just when it was starting. And now he'll use up the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him.
Okay. Wir tun das gemeinsam, was auch nötig ist.
He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
Sehe ich auch so. Aber jetzt muss erstmal langsam die Grafik nachladen. Ich weiß nicht, warum das in letzter Zeit immer so nachlädt hier. Komm, solange die Grafik noch ein bisschen nachlädt. Willi, was hast du denn noch so?
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
Der Kult der Absoluten hat Ravengard. Wo werden sie ihn hinbringen? Was wisst ihr über Gortash und Umarin? Misora meint, ihr könntet darüber reden, was zu eurem Pakt und zu eurem Exil führte. Es wird Zeit, sich die ganze Wahrheit erfahre.
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
Okay, was wisst ihr über Gortash und Orin?
Orin? I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
Okay.
Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
Ich würde mein Leben opfern, wenn ich die Bewohner so schützen könnte. Meine Seele würde ich nicht aufgeben, falls ihr darauf anspielt. Wenn es nach mir ginge, könnte ich sie niederbrennen. Ja, ich glaube auch nicht, dass ich meine Seele verkaufen würde.
And I did. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
Was ist der Drachenkult? Habe ich noch nie von ihm gehört.
A religion devoted to conjuring the most evil of goddesses, the dragon Tiamat. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Ja, komm.
In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
Mizora ist Baldurs Tod auch sicherlich einerlei. Warum sollte die Stadt retten wollen? Eine tapfere Entscheidung und eine schreckenerregende. Ihr habt es in allem mit 25 Kultisten aufgenommen? Kaum zu glauben. Und was geschah mit eurem Vater, dem Großherzog?
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel.
She never stops, does she? Not for a second.
Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
Es war tapfer von euch.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 greyed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
Habt ihr dabei euer Auge verloren beim Kampf gegen die Drachenkultisten?
It is the one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her.
Was geschah mit eurem Vater?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word: go. So I did. I understand.
Okay, der Junge hat was durchgemacht. Ihr müsst so wütend gewesen sein, dass euer Vater euch aus der Stadt verbannt hat.
No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst. And Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
Fehlt euch euer Vater?
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
Alles klar. Wenn ich mich nicht vertue, ist das Heilsinn? Jo, was macht der hier? Was macht Heilsinn hier? Alles klar. Kein Plan, warum die Grafik hier nicht so nachlädt. Das sieht alles so sehr merkwürdig aus hier. keinen Plan, warum das so ist. Wer ist das denn? Ach, das sind jetzt die Leute aus der Kneipe, glaube ich, ne? Hat's da was? Jahera. Reden wir mal mit Jahera. Hier, der Radar lädt auch nicht nach,
Our
vernünftig.
enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and 2 more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the dead three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times.
Ihr wirkt beinahe, als hättet ihr euren Spaß.
Aren't you?
Ich habe mich nie besser amüsiert.
It is good to savor the moment of victory. But pace yourself. Our fight is just beginning. When we met, I was licking my wounds. An old bear with her leg caught in the hunter's snare. Now I've slipped free of the trap and rediscovered my claws. It's time for me to hunt my prey. You have a nether stone, and you're on the scent of 2 more. These chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them.
Ihr wollt zu mir stoßen? Ich werde froh sein, euch an meiner Seite zu wissen.
Glad to be there. Falling foul of Ketherick convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead.
Kommt jetzt gleich mit dir. Wir sehen uns im Lager.
How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthalen's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. I can recall how to take orders, as well as give them.
Alles klar. Ah, okay, wir können wieder weghalten. Okay, wie gesagt, Leute, keine Ahnung, warum die Grafik hier nicht nachlädt. Check ich auch nicht. Wen haben wir denn hier noch? Hier, Schwert der Mondmaid. Was hat sie denn noch zu melden?
Helen! Isabel! My love! You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. But somehow it was all a nightmare dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing.
Okay. Oh, andere Länder, andere Sitten,
There
ne?
you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Chilimili,
But
ahoi.
we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
Dort ist es schon ein bisschen voll. Aber gerne doch.
We look forward to it.
You there, Sharon. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
I'll
Alles
be
klar.
ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
Alles klar. Gut. Wer bist du? Flammende Faust. Taniel, Heilsinn.
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
Wann wird denn der Fluch gebrochen?
I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready.
Und jetzt, immerhin habt ihr, was ihr wolltet.
I have. But perhaps there is more that I want. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong at your side.
Ich bin froh, euch zu haben.
And I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you, I mean.
Ciao mit V.
No fist left behind.
I'm glad that's still the case.
Ach so, das war dieser schlafende Typ, ne? Flammende Faust. Sieht hier die Grafik besser aus oder sieht die auch noch so bescheiden aus? Sieht auch noch so bescheiden aus, ne? Ich habe keine Ahnung, warum die Grafik hier nicht weiterlädt. Ich schreie nicht so rum. Bist du ein Händler?
It's a grim task, picking provisions from the dead. But the way I hear it, the fighting's not done yet. You need to resupply.
Ah, ja, Handel. Sag mal, was hast du denn da? Glühender Star. Ist das zufällig Heiltränke oder sowas? Yes. Alle drei bitte. Die auch. Alle drei bitte. Ja, nehme ich auch mal mit. Spielzeugtruhe. Was hab ich denn hier, was ich loswerden kann? Eigentlich gar nichts, ne? Ich brauche eigentlich alles. Ja, komm, das schmeißen wir mal weg. Das schmeißen wir noch. Das komische Blöckchen habe ich auch noch. Das schmeißen wir mal weg. Das schmeißen wir mal weg. Ansonsten den Rest würde ich, glaube ich, erstmal behalten.
Let's get on with it.
Ah, hier, guck mal, der kann weg, der kann weg. So. Heyo. Heyo. Hellbrade der Wachsamkeit. Ach so, ja, das hatte sie ja, glaube ich. Ne, die hatte sie immer, ne? Aber jetzt habe ich ihr das Schwert gegeben. Was eigentlich auch nicht verkehrt ist. Genau, hier sind wir reingekommen. Hier gehen wir auch raus. Der Radar lädt auch irgendwie nicht nach. Leute, ich habe keinen Plan, warum die Grafik nicht lädt. Was sind das hier für komische Augen?
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
Ich habe schon Verbündete, ich weiß, daher habe ich auch gerade Kehre rekrutiert. Heilsehen, es wurden schon genug Leben zerstört, ich will nicht noch mehr in den Tod schicken. Ich habe euch.
Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others.
Ob noch jemand übrig ist? Wenn wir die Stadt erreichen, ich werde die Stadt nach Verbündeten suchen. Ich werde darüber nachdenken. Ich hebe eine Armee aus, die es mit dem Heer der Absoluten aufnehmen kann. Eine Zahl ist völlig ausreichend.
Even if the buildings are demolished, there are always survivors. There are always those who will fight. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Oh ja. Auf jeden. Wenn meine Grafik
The road
nach.
to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
Okay, hier sieht's wieder einigermaßen okay aus, glaube ich, ne? Ja, nee, hier ist auch noch. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Ich mache mal einen Save Point. Wir gehen jetzt auf jeden Fall erstmal ins Lager. Vielleicht lädt die Grafik ja rein. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Ist auf jeden Fall eine Quatsche-Folge heute. Lagerplatz. Hier lädt auch irgendwie nichts nach. Ich mach mal, ich starte das Spiel einfach mal neu, Leute. Weil guck mal, das sieht alles scheiße aus. Okay, Leute, da sind wir jetzt nochmal. Ich habe nochmal irgendwie versucht, einen Neustart zu machen und die Grafikeinstellungen ein bisschen anzupassen. Anscheinend, entweder hat der Neustart geholfen oder die Grafikeinstellungen zu verändern. Ich weiß es nicht. Auf jeden Fall ist die Grafik jetzt wieder da. Okay, ich speichere noch einfach mal nochmal, vorsichtshalber. Wer weiß, was noch so passiert. Ich würde sagen, wir quatschen jetzt einfach mal reihum einmal jeden voll. Aber apropos vollquatschen, warte mal. Ich würde einmal gerne... Du hast ja hier, du gehörst ja nicht mehr zu den Schar-Anhängern. Du kannst auch schwere Rüstung jetzt tragen, ne? Oder? Ungeübt? Hey, habe ich dir nicht den Skill gegeben, dass du schwere Rüstung tragen kannst? Ja, wollte ich doch meinen. Ich verstehe auch nie, warum hier jetzt immer mit schwerer Rüstung ungeübt. Warum meins da steht. Versteht ihr? Ach so, bestimmt. Hätte ich sie dann anwählen müssen. So, ne? Ja, dann passt das wahrscheinlich. Aber die Rüstung sieht geil aus. Muss ich einfach mal so sagen. Hat was. Hat ein bisschen was. Und du kriegst jetzt einfach mal... Also erstmal kriegen wir den Edelstein hier, ne? So, wir tauschen einfach mal. Was hat ihr denn für eine Rüstung? Plus 2. Plus 2 und Schildschlag. So, machen wir einfach mal so. Hellbrate der Wachsamkeit. Probieren wir einfach mal. Oh, sieht schon nice aus. Okay, genug gequatscht. Nee, jetzt wird erstmal richtig gequatscht.
Can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
Zwischen Aelin und euch ist wohl viel geschehen. Was genau?
A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Gewiss, Blicke können magisch sein. Ich glaube euch, dass ihr sie ehrfürchtig angehimmelt habt. Nein, aber es klingt, als täte es.
That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
War zu Myrkuls Auserwählten geworden. Nur ein Monster würde seine eigene Tochter aus dem Grab reißen. Hat er gerufen?
I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what.
Okay.
It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
Alles klaro.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
Was denn?
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well and returned to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the wicked one.
Ohne euch hätte ich das nie geschafft.
We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
Es gibt noch so viel, was ich über euch weiß.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Ach, wo fange ich denn da an? Seid ihr wirklich die Tochter der Selûne?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
Würde eure Mutter uns im Kampf gegen der toten 3 Beilchen, wie kam es dazu? Ja, warum nicht?
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
Wie ist dazu? Mein Gott, wie kam es dazu, dass sie in Schattenfell gefangen wurde?
Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love. enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly, but Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief, and she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Krass. Krasser Scheiß. Hier, Ass.
Friend, we are here for you!
Ihr erregt möglicherweise die falsche Art von Aufmerksamkeit, wenn man euch an meiner Seite sieht. Es war kühn, sich mir anzuschließen. Wollt ihr nicht die Absoluten dienen?
What absolute? The absolute does not care about us. And we do not care about the absolute. We are different. And we are saved. Friend!
Okay.
We will not cause you any trouble, friend! We will project a different form that will cloak us from all but your closest acquaintances. You and your friends shall see us as we truly are. All others shall see a kitty, a small predator, indigenous to this world. They kitties can walk anywhere, and they are most cunning.
Ja, dann los. Okay, oder auch nicht. Schattenherz, meine Liebe.
These lands will soon be free of Shah's grasp. You can almost sense it. If I was a bard, I might be tempted to draw comparisons between nature and myself, both shaking off Shah. But luckily for you, I'm no bard.
Ihr und ich, zwischen uns gibt es was Besonderes. Ich möchte darüber reden, ich möchte über unsere Beziehung sprechen. Ich will über all das reden, was uns widerfahren ist. Wir sollten jetzt getrennte Wege gehen.
Of course.
Darf ich euch einen Kuss geben? Wie fühlt ihr euch? Wie geht es euch? Gibt es zu...
I suppose you've earned it.
Mua.
Very serious of you. But go ahead.
Hauptsache, setzt ihr den Helm jetzt wieder auf.
Relieved, terrified, sick to my stomach. I can't keep my feelings straight ever since I spared Night Song, defied Shah. I don't know what comes next. But at least I have you by my side. Fine. What's on your mind?
Ach so, ja, alles klar, passt schon. Nice, okay. Hier unser Eulenbaby. Ein feines Junge, ja. Die hält uns wenigstens die Ratten hier aus dem Lager fern.
Breathe deep and move.
So. Du bist noch bei uns?
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
Habt ihr darüber nachgedacht, die Macht der Larve zu nutzen? Okay, die hat jetzt so nichts Neues.
Already feeling better.
The shadows are lifted. Finally, we can breathe free.
Ja, alles klar, er hat auch nichts mehr zu melden. Gut. Karlach, wie sieht's bei dir aus? Geht's dir gut? Bist du fit?
I wish
Bist du
we could
gesund?
stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh?
Erzähl mir von eurem Verhältnis zu Gortash.
He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zauriel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zauriel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
Ja. Heftig, heftig.
I would not linger in this land over long. But whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Ah, okay. Die hat auch nichts zu melden. Aha, aha, aha. Wo ist Heilsinn?
You did it. Catherick Thorm is no more. The Shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal.
Wer redet denn so? Das frage ich mich öfter in solchen Spielen. Ich bin froh, dass ich helfen konnte.
Not as glad as I am. Nature moves at its own pace and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it time. A reward shall come to you when you need it most.
Okay. Wehe nicht, dann knallt's. Aber richtig.
Hey, where's Mum and Pops?
Ich habe deine Eltern noch nicht
Well,
gefunden.
hurry. They gotta be somewhere, and I don't want them worrying. Then I'll teach you to conjure those vines.
Ja, ja, das kennen wir ja schon. Ich habe keinen Plan, wo deine Eltern sind, Alter. Gale.
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to give this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
Ja, okay, dann. Er hat auch nichts. Wo ist ein Heilsinn? Nicht mehr da, oder was? Okay, Leute. Ich würde hier ein Folgenpäuschen machen. Und ich hoffe, wir sehen uns dann auch in der nächsten Folge wieder. Vielen lieben Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis bald. Tschüss. Mit Ö.